Welcome everybody to Trades of the Week. We're myself, Marcus de Maria, and we have Keith Sullivan in the room telling you where we're getting in, where we're getting out of different asset classes. And I tell you what, we're going to be covering some news today. For example, Solana. Ooh. I am a bit worried about Solana with the lawsuit because of the ripple effect that is going to have. See what I did there with Ripple?
That was
not bad. But also what is happening with the rebalancing of grayscale. I tell you what, when you hear about the cryptos that they are pushing out, you're going to be really, I was really surprised.
Yeah, we're shocked.
Before I forget, so important for you, mark it in your diaries, be there, invite your friends and family. On the 13th at 6:30, a training on the truth about cryptos and how you can profit from this. Brand new, we've been working on it for a long time. It is going to be sensational. Make sure that you are there. You can register for free in the link somewhere here. So make sure that you do that now and don't miss out. Very important indeed. Okay, so let's get started at this week's Trades of the Week. What about the Buffalo? What is happening there? I don't think there's much happening, right?
No, so in regards to the Buffalo, we have our trades from last week, ACI, where once again, we just haven't been triggered in as of yet. You can also now move your entry down actually to get a better entry. But for now, we've still not been triggered in with ACI. So we're going to reallocate to this.
But the risk reward ratio is absolutely fantastic there. So for those people who, you can lower your stop order to get in and you'll be able to get in a really, really good price. And like I said, the risk reward ratio has got to be at least like a 1 to 5.
Yeah, near enough, because we just had to move it down towards get a much better.
It actually says there 4.99. So this, by the way, TradingView is amazing. I used to have to calculate all of these myself, and now it just does everything. Honestly, learning how to trade and invest profitably today is so simple.
A lot more simpler in this.
Am I sounding old?
Yeah,
like,
I was thinking,
was young.
In my days, I used to. That's what I was thinking. But no, ACI. We're going to re-look at this one. The next one is NVEE, and currently we were up 1%, so we moved our stop loss to break even. So now
we can't lose money anymore at this stage here, which is amazing. So we've raised our stop loss from what would have been a minus 1% now to our break even. Okay,
correct,
very good.
Correct, and it is showing us signals that it has the potential to push higher. So now it's all about managing that position. We are looking at PAYX for this one. We are in a slight loss. So we did get triggered in on the 6th of July. So we are in a slight loss at this minute. Okay. But once again,
so what would you suggest, Keith? So the viewers watching now, if they didn't get in, we're in a loss situation. And if they did their research and they agreed, and they will have a much better risk-reward ratio than us if they got in now, no?
Correct. They can re-look at it, reanalyze the trade. It's just giving you a secret there. And then also get a much better entry price than we did, which once again enhances the risk-reward for this one.
Very, very good. Okay. Do we have anything new?
And then we had APA on this one. We had no trade. The reason for that is the market did break lower than our support level. And one golden rule we want to talk about is we never trade from when the market comes from below support to above. You never want to buy at that situation because you don't know if it's just going to be a short pullback, triggering you in, and then that continuation lower. Okay, there's no historical evidence that tells us that this is ready to go back up.
Yeah. So what was a support level now actually becomes a support level and comes back down.
Correct. Okay. So in this sense, we've now got no trade on this. But before we go into the new one, should we go quickly and have a look at what's happening in the news?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I want to hear some news that we can use.
Oh, that was
I'm on
lyrical genius
today.
right there.
Yes, it's time for another of our amazing crypto giveaways. Now this time we are giving away more than £30,000 worth in prizes. And there will be 5 lucky winners, not just one, 5. Each receiving an incredible prize package worth more than £6,000. Now this might sound like a joke. Have we gone mad? No, we're 100% serious, and by July the 31st, 5 lucky people selected at random will be enjoying these fabulous giveaway prize packages. Now each package includes a one-on-one coaching session with one of our traders, £500 for you to trade cryptos with, a financial strategy call with our newly announced CEO, John Castro, and a 1-year access to your crypto club, which includes hundreds of training videos, webinars, Q&As, and much more. Plus, a whole raft of IM merch, including books, hoodies, and they are amazing, I love them, mugs, mouse mats, and so forth. And all you have to do to be in with a chance of winning our phenomenal prize package is simply just click the link, so we can verify that you have done the following. Now I repeat, you must click the link to take the following actions. You need to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the video, leave a comment saying done when you've completed these steps. Really, really simple. And for a bonus chance to win, join our exclusive private Facebook group, which you should be doing anyway. Now, each entry is worth 5 points. The more actions you take, the higher the points you will receive. And that's it. No strings, no small print, no chicanery, no dodgy Dogecoin, unless you really want some when you win. You can enter right now by clicking the link below. Now you must click the link to enter. Make no mistake about it. This is a potentially life-changing moment for you because our prizes are basically everything you need to get started with crypto trading and, more importantly, training. It all starts with education. And this giveaway, worth a cool £6,000 plus each, is the perfect way to make a start. What have you got to lose? Oh, nothing. Just the chance to win. So, click on the link to earn some points. Remember, there's 5 people, not just one. Okay, so you have a great chance of winning. And look forward to July the 31st when you will find out if you are one of our 5 lucky winners. We can't wait to reveal all in just a few weeks' time. See you then.
No, so in regards to the news, nothing's really changed. We are still in the same kind of standpoint as last week.
How can I use that news to make money?
How you can use that news to make
money? Yes, come on.
Oh, no. So in regards to the PC, it's just showing that inflation might be leveling off, which could potentially mean we've seen the bottom in the stock market if inflation begins to come down. That's how you can see the news.
Keith Sullivan is calling a bottom in the stock market. You heard it here first.
No. Let's recap that. I'm not saying we are in a bottom at this minute. The news that I'm going to talk about is all about earnings, okay? And the earnings right now could actually cause the market to drop even further down. Reason for that is because with the earnings, they haven't been revisited, right? Margins have tightened. Earnings might look good, but the future earnings have now been shrunk. Okay, so Micron is a great example, had really good earnings.
Which one?
Micron, so MU, if we have a quick look at it, Micron Technology had really good earnings, but the market still had a negative effect. So as you can see, it was up 6.02 in surprise, profit
so
being
this
made.
means that we always look at the surprise when we're doing our fundamental analysis, whether the earnings announcement that people, well, the analysts are expecting, is it higher or lower? And what this means is that the earnings were actually 6% higher than the analysts were expecting. That is really, really, really good news.
Correct. And in this one, it's just showing that it made more money than expected. And also the dividends payout was pretty good as well. So they're paying a good amount of dividends. The reason that we're seeing that this having a bit of a bearish move is because the earnings for 2023 or expected earnings actually is shrinking. So they're saying around 50% growth this year, but then a 50% loss next year. So they are thinking about the next year's future on we might not be able to make as much money as we did this year.
By the way, that is what the stock market is all about. It's all about the future.
Yeah.
And as soon as, like, they could have the best, we did really well, but as soon as that word comes, sell, because that means the future is not going to be as good.
Correct. And you're going to see a lot of companies now doing this. They're going to give their quarter 2 earnings. It might be good, it might be bad. But then they're going to revisit what they're planning for the next quarter, and then the next year. And that could really cause a bit more fear in the market, which then causes the market to drop a bit further.
So therefore, what should we do then?
So in that standpoint, if it does drop further because of the earnings, you want to find the fundamentally strong companies to invest into. So you're going to be accumulating a lot more. But also you want to find the hedge, right? When you start seeing a recessionary environment, where is the hedge in the market? Is it the consumer consumables? Right?
Why are you talking to me?
I couldn't say no because we're having a discussion.
Oh,
so
we are. All right, then. So we'll just talk to each other.
We'll just talk to each other. No, but could it be your Johnson & Johnson, your Procter & Gamble, your Costco's, your Walmart's, the discounted stores? Could these be the hedge right now? And if they are, perfect. At least that way we know where we can put our money. So even when the market is dropping, we can see which has the potential to grow first. And I think that is kind of the outcome of that news.
Muy bien, muy bien. Okay, good. So do we have anything new that we need to look at?
Of course. So in regards to a new one, we do have ALNY, which is Analam Pharmaceuticals. So we do have a nice strong downwards trend where we're seeing low after low being created. We are currently sitting on our level of resistance.
And a red candle.
Yeah, inner Dennis would always say, wait for that red candle. So now we've got the red candle and we've got a really good risk to reward of 4.27.
Nice.
This is a good opportunity to short into the market. And obviously we are overhauled with our long position. So we're not adding any long ones this week.
Very nice. Okay, so let's go to cryptos right now. Anything new to add? I mean, the market always does this, right? It goes down, then it goes sideways. It goes down, then it goes sideways. So right now, that's exactly what it seems to be doing. It's a real trader's market, going up, going down, going up, going down.
Correct. So we saw it here, where we saw a big sharp drop, market then oscillated sideways, and then had its continuation down. Now we're seeing the oscillation sideways again, where we can either see the break above or the break below. And once again, it's just a wait and see. Now, historically, if the market moves like it did in 2018, we saw an 83% drop with Bitcoin. We could potentially then see it break on the downside, which is a great opportunity for us, right? Bitcoin, amazing project. And we could get in a lot cheaper than a lot of people. I know people that bought at 60,000 thinking it's going to go up, and they've not been buying as the market drops.
Okay, so when you say wait and see, what does that mean? Like what, we're just going to wait and see? What are we going to do?
So what you need to be doing is you need to accumulate. That's number one. When the market falls, it's all about accumulation, accumulation, accumulation.
Right, so when you see something like this, rather than accumulating at the tops here, well, where are you going?
Yeah.
Right, when you look at, okay, rather than accumulating here at the tops here, try and accumulate at the bottoms here if you possibly can. Because that could be a really good difference. I mean, that might be just 10%, 15% or whatever, but, and that's why, they say, technical analysis doesn't work or whatever, but support and resistance points, I mean, they do work because everyone is looking at the same support and resistance.
Correct. Okay. And as I say, it's all about accumulation right now, but everyone knows how to get into the market, which is easy, but people don't know how to get out. Okay. And the biggest struggle people had is when the market rallied up like it did here, no one knew when they were selling. So it's all about how are we now going to take advantage if the market does go up or when the market goes up to then take profits. Because you've got to milk that cow at some point. You can't just accumulate and then wait for it to go to the moon.
Absolutely.
You've got to milk it as it goes up.
That's got to be the biggest learning, in the past few bull markets is don't get too greedy and take some money off the table.
100%.
Okay. All right. So what is happening in the market? Should we have a look at that or you want to look at some more positions?
Yeah. So in regards to positions, we haven't really added any new CCAs or small caps. We are allocated our money and we now are just waiting for that recovery. So we haven't got any new ones that we've added this week, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. I want to talk about Solana. Okay. So Solana Labs is accused of selling unregistered securities. What does that remind us of, right? They've got a new lawsuit that reminds us of XRP. Now, this is really interesting, Keith, because why is the SEC not finishing off with XRP and just to see what happens and then going to go after Solana? Why is it going after Solana now? And what does this mean? So
I think in regards to the XRP case, I really do believe that the SEC think they've lost the case, right? There's too much going against them for them to win the case, or they're thinking they're going to just do an out-of-court settlement. Now,
is that because you own a lot of XRP, Keith?
Well, I own a lot of XRP and my number plate is XRP, but
apart from that, you're very neutral.
I'm neutral, no, but I think XRP is a great project, but away from that, there's just too much for the SEC to kind of overcome now in this case. Now, the easiest thing for the SEC to do right now is to settle out of court and then they keep their the way that they're seen in the market, right? Because the SEC, what people believe the SEC to be is the person who looks after you if you're investing and trading. Okay, but the approach that XRP are taking is you're not actually looking after our investors right now. You're actually damaging them because of what you're doing. So I think in regards to the SEC, it could be just, okay, we've lost this case, now let's do the next one. But if they lose the case in court, that could have a big effect on the overall market. The reason for that is because how can you lose to XRP and then go back to attack other projects who've done exactly the same? You
can't.
At the time.
So they would say, you're all okay, but the new ones,
correct.
Yeah, but who would be stupid enough to do it now?
There you go. And that's why I think this new bill had come out in America to really regulate what stablecoins and the selling of securities could be.
Come on, what does this all mean? For the people here, what does this mean? Buy Solana or sell Solana or do nothing? What?
Yeah, I'm a bit wary now at the minute because it could hold price of Solana down, so I wouldn't expect to push up.
It could really keep. Now,
done.
what this means is, could you be using that money that you were thinking about putting into Solana somewhere else? Because you're just wasting time. Look at XRP.
Yeah.
It's just been doing nothing for the last few years while others have been going up. So that is really very, very important for you to know. And the other thing is Grayscale. Listen to this. After a quarter 2 2022 valuation, Grayscale has disclosed, I couldn't believe it. What they've done is if they've changed the weightings, W-E-I-G-H-T, the weightings of their fund components. And digital large cap fund no longer includes, listen to this. Okay, Bitcoin Cash. I don't think that's a surprise.
No, we kind of knew that one.
Okay. But what about this? You'll never guess. Chainlink. Chainlink? I just bought some Chainlink. Okay, Litecoin, I think, yeah, okay, fair enough. If you've got, Bitcoin, why do you need Litecoin? But then listen to this, Keith. Polkadot.
Yeah.
They've taken Polkadot out. They're taking all my biggest positions out. And Uniswap. Now, Uniswap, we can kind of understand, yes?
Yeah, because with Ethereum being the way Ethereum is, with higher gas fees, people are not using Uniswap right now because the gas fees are just too much to be able to swap ERC20 tokens. So I kind of understand that. But the interoperability side, that's come as a shock to me because if the overall crypto ecosystem is going to grow, there has to be some sort of interoperability. You have to start taking real-world data and putting it onto the blockchain, which Chainlink does. You need ecosystems like Ethereum and Solana to be able to talk to each other and share data, that's what Polkadot does. So, in my head,
I think we need to find out a little bit more about why they did it, Keith, for next time.
I just think they think it's a bit more of a riskier investment the way that the market is right now. I don't think they've chucked interoperability out the window. I just think right now they believe this is a bit more of a riskier investment, so we're going to rebalance our positions and invest into projects we have 100% faith in.
Let's do this. This time next week, let's go more into this. Let's have a look at the reasons why they did this, and also if they're rebalancing and they're taking these out, what are they replacing them with, if at all? All right, so make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you do come back next week because we will be reporting on that. This is big news. I mean, these are some Chainlink, Polkadot. I mean, that's pretty big.
That is it. That is big.
All right, very good. Let's move on to VCA unless you want to talk about something else in cryptos.
So in regards to VCA, once again, we are still seeing the market having a bit of a bearish move. We have seen a slight recovery over the last few days, but not enough for us to start taking profits with our VCAs. But we do have a new one that we have looked into, and this is Caterpillar. Now, Caterpillar is one of the biggest construction companies in the US. Now, if we have a look at this fundamentally, we've got a good market cap, we've got positive income, really undervalued PEG ratio.
Wow.
So it's being classed as the growth and earnings of that company doesn't represent what the price is.
Anything under one is good. 0.6. Wow.
That's really
okay.
low. That's really low. They've got a good current ratio showing that 40% more money coming in than going out for the next 12 months.
Nice.
Earnings per share growth is looking good, and good looking return on assets, equity and investment. So it's shown that they are really effective at using the money and building the company within itself. Now,
remember to do your own research and always use a strategy. This isn't like, oh, this is good. So like today when you invest, it's going to go all the way back up. We don't know when, right?
Correct.
So therefore, make sure you use a strategy. We use the value cost averaging strategy.
And a lot of people now are going to say, well, if it's fundamentally strong, why has it gone down? Is it because what the overall market is doing? For me personally, with the increase in the cost of goods and services, they've now narrowed the margin. Construction also in the US is slowly decreasing, which then is having an effect on Caterpillar. That's why it's down around 24%. But as the economy gets its reboost and, inflation comes down, people are spending more money, growing the economy, we're then going to see Caterpillar have a recovery. And we've seen it time and time again. We saw it during COVID pandemic where the market had its drops. We've then seen a drop here of last year around 26%, and then the market recovered 35%. So this is a natural occurrence with Caterpillar. But I still think fundamentally a good company to get into and one you should have on your balance sheet.
Okay, this is not financial advice, of course. That's what we're doing. So make sure you do your own research. Well, that's it. But let's have a look at, nothing I think has changed with the results, has it?
No, correct. So in regards to the results, We still are level at 63.2% with Buffalo.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we moved one as stop loss to break even, but nothing else in regards to profit.
Okay.
BCA still accumulating.
Still not the comma there. Awesome.
We need to.
And then cryptocurrency, 1,500. That hasn't changed at all.
Nope.
Great results there. But we do need the market to go back up. That is something that we do need it to do, and it will. It's just when, we don't know. Crystal ball, do you know when? Give me an exact date, time.
Maybe next 2024 May, where the next halvening is happening. Potentially.
Well, in May 2024 is the halvening, so about a year before that, that's when things start moving. So that's very interesting. So make sure that you do hit that like button if you enjoyed today's episode.
Yeah.
Can we call that right? Did you have an episode? And also, make sure that you do subscribe to this channel so you never miss out on what we're getting into and out to and getting these kind of results. And we look forward to seeing you next week in Trades of the Week.